That's 5 days with no activity, but... Okay,
Alright, hold up for a sec then. Oh.
Multiple requests for assistance. Abductions in progress.
If you don't have activity for the first couple of days, queue up a satellite, just to be sure. I think they cost 20 days to build. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, they're 20 days. I'll just have one in my pocket. I can cancel it and get the money back whenever I want.
Yeah, that's usually what I do. But you already have the mission and you have the engineer option, so you don't have to do that anymore.
Which is, of course, difficult.
So for the mission, you have a few.
To the squad.
See, I really like training up a sniper early on. But
I was just going to level up my stellar rookies and take the rocket launcher along as an emergency button.
Yeah, there's definitely something to be said for that. I also really like an early assault, but it's a little less necessary on classic. And rocket launcher is a good panic button. If you're in doubt about a sniper, because they are kind of a liability early on, I found that the first UFO is usually a good spot to level up a sniper.
Yeah, I'm gonna take these. I'm gonna take my A-team rookies with the rocket launcher, and obviously they're all you lot, so they better not die.
It was a difficult abduction site, I think. So that's 4 pods.
I have no idea.
I think so.
Oh, this map's bad for cover outside.
Alien activity continues to surge within several.
So if you're, especially consider it's a difficult one, you definitely want to start with the XCOM shovel.
The XCOM shovel? Oh, shuffle. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, I mean, if you haven't done an activation yet, you don't need to be in cover.
Yeah. So you move someone forward. If it's safe, you move everyone up behind them and.
Yeah, behind them, and then you overwatch, and you basically make a little train up into a good position.
5x5.
What I think I want to do,
which on this map is pretty much basically going to be on the right side of the map near the windows.
Yeah, I can get up onto the roof from here as well, which is like right from where I start.
Yeah. It's not bad. You definitely don't wanna walk forward into the terrace. That'll get you murdered.
Seating area. Annoyingly, the full cover on these is only on one side. Right, I'm gonna move Bowers, so Bauer can't make it to the thing either. Right, I'm gonna move Phil 5000 forward.
Don't worry too much about the cover. Just check out how far everybody can move, and then do the XCOM train.
Well, I want to move the first person in cover just to be safe. The rest won't get into cover.
Well, I mean, even that's not necessary. I mean, if you make an activation, you can always double move them afterwards,
okay,
and you can always do your train all the way in the back of the map if you're unsure. So you have a smaller chance of activation. And if you're doing the train, remember that your guys can come in from different angles. Like if you're moved one of your rearmost guys forward and then moved one of your forward guys behind them.
It can change the way they come in.
It can change the angles they're seeing, so you might make a trigger even though there wasn't one before.
It was safe before, yeah.
Yeah, and the Overwatch hotkey is Y. So just Y enter, Y enter, Y enter.
Okay, I thought that might happen. Got a 2 sectoid activation.
It can happen.
Yeah,
That's why you have grenades and rockets.
Yeah, it's why I moved up to the drain pipe instead of jumping straight onto the roof.
Yeah, I suppose there's one thing to be said, that you always want to plan your heavy into cover so they can fire the rocket safely. Your heavy should have premium cover, pretty much as much as you can.
I'm gonna give her this middle window here, I think.
I'm inclined to say the pod, since it can't be blown up. But I haven't seen the second activation yet, though.
No, it's just two. It was just one activation.
Of
okay. 2 sectoids.
Oh, that's not a problem.
Yeah, you're gonna take a shot this turn, I think. and Welly is going to run into this cover.
5 sur 5.
So Phil has a 40% on that guy. You have a 30% on him. So I don't really like those odds.
Wait, am I suckier than Phil?
You're slightly suckier than Phil. Phil's pretty much the best, but you're the only guy.
Well, something's definitely wrong with your game. That much is obvious.
I might take the shot with Phil and hunker you.
Now, if you're in heavy cover and you're taking a shot with one guy, you're taking it with everyone.
Yeah, good point.
Or you hunker with everyone. You don't do it halfway. That's the way you get your best shots killed.
Phil 5000 just wiped them out. Oh, a second pod just activated. And you shot at the what? You shot at the wrong one. There was one that you had flanked, and you shot at the other one.
Why did I do that?
I have no idea. And now they're both in cover, so we're gonna rocket.
I'm going to say that might have been a commander error there.
If it was an Overwatch shot, I had nothing to do with it. We've got a sectoid with a Death Wish who's just run up right in front of us, and 2 in the kitchen. So I think the kitchen's getting rocketed this turn.
On 3 sectoids, I wouldn't do that unless you need to get rid of them.
I've got 2 40s on the guy in the kitchen, which is nice. Well, he's got a 69 on the guy outside. You've got a 68. Since you missed your first shot, I'm going to give you an attempt at redemption and shoot this guy right in front of you.
So we got 3 sectoids here and 1 more on the left. That's not in view, right?
Yeah.
Remember,
No, it's these 3. It's these 3.
Remember, every sectoid you can put a grenade on is a sectoid that you have control over.
You just failed to kill another sectoid at point blank range.
I think you have me and Phil's names mixed up.
Right, what do I want to do? I think Welly is going to shoot at the sectoid you failed to kill. Then Phil is going to shoot at one of the ones in the kitchen, and then I'm going to put our terrible Bauer heavy on Overwatch. And then she's a backup in
If
case...
Bauer is seeing any aliens, then I wouldn't put him on Overwatch. You might as well just have him shoot or hunker down.
The problem is he's a terrible shot. He's going to miss, but I'll take the shot.
Yeah, but he is a heavy. He is a rocket.
He just missed.
You kind of don't wanna risk him until he's fired that rocket.
Okay, well he finished him off, and Phil's going to shoot at this guy here.
Oh, and the guy with the 1 health remaining, just use a pistol on him.
Oh, well, heavies don't have pistols. Okay, we've got a mind meld, and he's overwatching. So, I know Phil's got a 40% shot on the mind meld guy. The guy giving the mind meld.
You're too far away for a grenade, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I can grenade the guy who's been mind melded. You have a shot on him as well, the guy who's giving the mind meld.
Can you get a? Does your heavy have view on the Overwatch guy? Because I'm almost thinking maybe there's a flank. There's a flank on the door there.
The thing is if I can take 2 shots on the guy giving the Overwatch, then if I fail to kill him, I can rocket him.
Yeah.
But you're right. I could probably get Welly to flank the guy who is being mind melded. The heavy won't make it. He's too slow. But I can get. I don't know if Welly can see him from there. I'm gonna give it a try.
If you can get a flank shot on the mind melder, that's great.
Yeah, that's what I've got. A flank shot on the mind meld. So I'm gonna take the flank shot on the mind meld. If that fails to kill him, we'll probably grenade the guy in the door, then shoot him.
Yeah, that makes most sense.
So let's try that. Come on, Welling.
Depends a bit on the percentage chances you have on the mind melder.
It was a 70%, and you got it.
Ah, good job.
Okay, so now we'll continue Operation Get on the Roof. Oh, there's a pod on the roof. I don't want to.
2 pods down, and we're expecting two more.
Yeah, there's a pod on the roof.
All right, so that's 1 more down. Remember, you don't need to worry about melt.
Yeah.
That's a pot of 2 again. So the last spot we're expecting is probably 3.
I can dash Phil into this heavy cover here. Or I can just jump back off the roof.
They're too far away, I think, to get any shots on you. So I'm inclined to say dash him back. Though you do give up vision that way. You're better off hunkering down on the spot than dashing into high cover. Because it'll give you the same amount of defense, but with a crit, but you're also immune to crits.
Well, my thinking behind that is that if I dash Phil over there, I can get you on the roof into the position where Phil is and hunker him down. That means I've got 2 people on the roof next turn.
That works, yeah. And hunkering down does limit your vision. But 2 people is a little light, especially since those sectoids will have heavy cover next turn.
And then
you're close enough for grenades.
and I can bring the heavy up next turn as well.
Yeah, and if they move towards the heavy cover, you're in grenade range.
Okay, let's see what they do. Okay, they're melding, so that's 1 attack down. Good, Phil dodged. Right, I think Phil's gonna blow the cover with a grenade, and then you're gonna shoot. No, I can keep the grenade in my pocket.
I'm fairly sure you're completely in control of this one right now.
Yeah, I can kill the mind meld guy with a grenade from Phil, so I can do whatever I want, and then if I fail, I've got the kill. So you're gonna move up to try and flank. You can't go all the way though.
Yeah, mindful that we're still missing a pod, and usually I'd say it's probably on the lower ground on the left store.
You're gonna take a 50% shot at the mind meld guy, which you hit, so that's your promotion.
Yay!
Okay, that's good. Let's bring the heavy. So there's only 1 pod left.
We're expecting 1 more pod, and you've got a rocket and all the grenades still left.
Yeah.
So just keep your group together.
Which means we're really good on fragments as well for this mission.
Yeah.
5 sur 5. Des troupes ennemies.
Well, he just activated the last pod. It's a pod of 2.
Huh. Well, that's 1 less than I would have expected.
I could move Phil forward to take a shot, but it puts him away from him. It puts him 1 move away. I think that's fine. I think it's safe to move him forward. He's shooting at a guy in half cover, and he's in heavy cover.
On Classic, you can definitely take a trade like that. Sectoids have 65 aim, I think, in Classic. So you're fairly equal with them. Only they have less health.
Oh god, he's moving up to knife fight with Phil. And he missed. Holy shit, I'm getting so lucky. Can you get a flank? The other guy's on the ground. I don't have eyes on him.
Is there anybody who hasn't made a kill yet?
Everyone but the heavy has a kill.
Alright, so... The
heavy's terrible. He's got a 15% chance to hit the guy.
Yeah, that's a little too bad, though. You do want to level your heavy a bit. He's not the most important thing, I suppose. Right now, you have that 1 rocket. That's the most important thing.
I'm gonna let you and Welly shoot at this guy, and if it fails, Phil's gonna move in for the flank and the kill.
But what we're really hoping for is a better heavy.
Yes.
D'accord.
Might as well give the heavy its shot.
Wait, hold on. Why are you shooting at the guy in heavy cover when you could have flanked him?
I didn't have enough move. Everyone's move was just short of the next set of cover.
Yeah, but you could have flanked him with Phil.
That
And if Phil missed, put a grenade on him with one of the others.
I wanted them all to take the shot, and then Phil as the flank to finish it off, basically.
Oh, yeah, okay. No, I would always keep one person with a grenade in the pocket in case this a close-up shot like that misses.
So,
Or doesn't kill.
Where's this last sectoid gone? It's probably somewhere around here.
J'y vais. J'ai rechargé.
Your heavy also has a grenade, right? So you can still guarantee
Yeah,
a kill
yeah.
for the heavy. I'd probably try and get one kill on the heavy at least.
Reloading turn. I think he's below us.
Yeah, he was in the back store there.
I'm hearing him outside the back now, or at least in the kitchen. I'm gonna move Phil to the edge and see if he spots him.
D'accord.
No, but I can't see directly below.
Yeah, I think he's around the kitchen, around the back door area there. That looks about it.
I might breach from the 2 back doors. I think that's the best idea.
On y va. Je bouge. Auf dem Weg. Fertig und bereit.
Okay. And I'm hearing from the other side. So he's probably just between the kitchen and the front of house.
He could be around the. It's only showing the direction they're hearing from, so he could just be in the
Yeah.
restaurant area.
Affirmatif.
Oh, there he is. That is really unfortunate where he is sitting. Because I can't get the grenade kill without hurting Phil, I think.
Bin dran.
No, you should definitely be able to get a grenade kill on that without hurting Phil. Maybe not with your heavy, but remember that, guys. You should expect him to be in Overwatch, so don't be moving around in front of him. Or just move around in front of him.
I can kill him with a grenade and not hit Phil.
Yeah, you should be able to. You can just aim at the ground somewhere.
Mission accomplished.
That's it. Everyone got a kill. And I even got one of the milk canisters. No one got hurt.
Good.
Pretty happy with that.
Seven sectoids, I think.
6. So it was 4
8.
8, sorry, yeah. 4 squads of 2. So let's see where we
Impressive
go.
work, Commander.
2
Our soldiers
supports.
have to be feeling good after a mission like
Great.
Unfortunately, that means you might get binned because Willie has much better stats than you do.
Fuck Welly.
Although Phil 5000 as an assault is pretty amazing because he has some stellar stats.
Fuck Phil.
And the Urban Combat Badge.
Commander to the Situation Room.
That's the defense bonus, I think.
Yeah, +5 defense when in heavy cover.
Yeah. On Impossible, I always, without doubt, give those to my heavies.
deem appropriate. You can view and award
But you might want to wait until you have a slightly better heavy.
member of the council
For
is going
sure.
to want satellite coverage.
Well,
So-
it's also a really good one on assaults, of course.
So we've now got a definite assault and a definite support in Phil 5000 and Wellington Van de Graaf. So what we need now is a decent sniper. What's our sniper like at the moment? A 68 aim.
It's kind of lowish. I mean, you have hidden potential on, so you have no idea which direction it'll jump, but it's a low baseline.
Actually, let's see how... Welly now has 74 aim. And Phil now has 82 as an assault.
Well, I mean, with not created equal, you can have rookie starts rookie starts with 80 aim. So
I'm just looking at what's left in our pool of rookies, and the best aims we've got are 60.
you definitely want to mark the 60, so you don't accidentally grab them.
I mean, that's the best. I've got nothing higher. 65 is actually the one bet. Good, like 65 is the highest. Everyone else is 60.
So you want to meld isn't done yet, right? You definitely want to set up that satellite now.
Yeah, the satellite is actually building at the moment. I started it before we went on the mission.
Yeah, you need to cancel that one. I mean, it's good to have it in the pocket in case, but...
Oh, that's right, yeah, because I've got the engineers now.
You got the engineers now, right.
We're always glad to have more help down here.
And then I think we need to wait until the... how much money do we have?
200.
Oh, this is the point you can check the situation room to get a feel for what countries are paying out the most.
Okay, the United States is giving 100, Canada 60, Mexico 120. Nigeria is giving 130. Russia's giving 150. France is giving... Oh, Europe looks good.
That sucks. How is South America?
Argentina's 100, Brazil's 50.
Not great.
I think Europe has the biggest, because the UK 70,
I'm receiving.
Russia's
We'll
150,
monitor that contact,
France is
but I don't think it's
160,
related to
and
the
Germany's
So
90.
what I usually do in Classic and Impossible is I build one satellite in the first month, then I put down a uplink, and 2 or 3 more in the second month.
Yeah.
So you kind of want to plan around. So you got 3 or 4 satellites going up in the first 2 months. How would you want those divided? Both with an eye on panic, and with an eye on closing down a continent.
If I'm looking at panic, the continent that's in the biggest problem is South Africa.
Africa, yeah.
Yeah.
Though, I mean, it will lower at the end of the month, assuming you're hitting more abductions there.
Yeah.
And you also have a chance, especially Nigeria there has a decent chance of coming up with a council mission. It's often the country with high panic or the highest panic that will give you a council mission at the end of the month.
I think what I'll need
Not
to
always,
do
but that's common.
is build a satellite and just sit on it until I get my next mission picks and see what they're like.
You're never ever launching a satellite until a day before the end of the month.
Yeah.
We've been picking up some
Ever, especially because the moment you have a satellite somewhere, you can detect UFOs,
over the news ranting about
Sorry, I
and
didn't
you
catch
never
that.
want to rent interceptors halfway through the month, because then you're paying extra rent for them. But you need interceptors there, otherwise you'll get panic from having spotted UFOs.
Yeah. So it costs 77 now for the satellite.
Yeah, that's a lot
And
better.
it takes 20 days, and today is the
I want to
7th.
say that a mech lab costs 80.
Well, I'll find... Right, I've got 31 days in March. In 3 days I'll have meld research. So I can
That's an edge benchmark.
I can start building the satellite in 3 days and still hit the end of the month in time.
Oh yeah, but you want to start building an extra satellite now. I mean, you're not gonna get it cheaper. It needs to start now.
Is it worth hiring some more soldiers? Because I've got such bad stats on the ones I still have.
A hand few every month is never a bad idea. You just want to. I don't remember the exact expenditures you need for the first month and the second month, so.
I'm on a hang fire buying any then until I see how much the mech lab is.
I'm fairly sure that's 80, but you need a bit extra for the.
The mech itself.
Yeah, but you can always sell a few corpses as well. So I wouldn't mind buying 2 or so soldiers. Or you can hang on.
I'll grab
What
2.
you feel comfortable with.
I'll grab 2. I don't feel comfortable with my current roster.
Fair enough. There is also a small little gamble you can do with the UFO, but that is a gamble.
Okay, meld research just finished.
That's
So,
good.
what is it, Doctor?
How long does it take for the mech lab to be built?
I will
Remarkable.
tell you in a sec.
The crystalline structure housed within the canister is actually a suspension containing billions of cybernetic nanomachines, each made up of both organic.
Okay, I'll skip that. I'll come back and choose what I want to research in a second.
I'm still having a hard time grasping what it is the aliens are hoping to accomplish here. Are they studying us?
50. They only need 50.
Trying to abduct humans.
Ah, it's even cheaper than I thought. The time is important though.
A pattern that we haven't
Where am I gonna put
established
it?
yet.
Satellite uplink's definitely going to go here. Probably put officer training school here. So I can put my cybernetics lab here. And then power will probably go a bit over from it. So yeah, he goes here. 10 days.
Work crews are on their way to begin construction.
10 days. I'm not quite sure what the mech operation, how long that takes.
I think it's
but-
instant.
Oh,
No, it's
I wanna
3
say
days.
3 or 4 days.
It's 3 days for the operation, but building the actual mech suit is instant.
Yeah, exactly. So you
13
are.
days.
So you are good. You're definitely ahead of schedule on getting the mech.
Okay, so we just need to get a good team together for the first council mission.
Yeah, pretty much. And getting money. So like I said, there's a gamble you can do with the first UFO. You can let the first UFO go, and a slightly bigger one will show up a little after. The bigger one, the bigger one yields much more resources from selling, but it is tougher to defend it.
No, I don't think I can take a medium UFO yet. I think I want to get the small one. I've just got my 2 new soldiers, so...
No, fair enough. Fair enough. I like to do it on classic because I'm usually fairly confident I can get the medium. But I